website, which will then ask you a few.
Oh man, we're here, man. I think everybody knows why we're here, man. We're back sooner than before, sooner than ever. Everybody knows why we're here, man.
You think they know why we're here? What? You think they know why we're here today? Because we do this shit all the time, Sean. They can't think. They can't know why we're here.
I think fans put two and two together. They see things. They see other interviews I do. They see blogs posting it. They see your name being brought up.
Okay, let's talk then. Let's see why we're here then.
So what are you wearing right now? Is this a doctor suit?
Man, this is a new doctor suit, homie. Dr. Umar Johnson got a bullshit doctorate degree, so I've been given an honorary doctorate degree by the nation, homie. I'm the new doctor. I'm the new minister for black people, so I minister healing by way of words. I diagnose them mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically. I'm an expert in diagnosing.
Oh, okay. Because at first, I know Fulio's mom is a nurse, so I didn't know if that was a.
I'm a doctor. I ain't no nurse, nigga. Yeah, she got to do what the doctor say do. Yeah, she only went so far. So she minister medication is given by the doctor. I minister real healing by way of words.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't belittle a nurse though, because people, based off Fulio's music, people assumed his mom to be a hood rat or.
She is. Some of them little boys in the rap song say they gonna go have her going back to snorting cocaine. One of them said in the rap song, I can't think, I heard it the other day. But one of them said somebody's mama, and they said she used to snort cocaine in the rap song. So she might have been a hood rat mama. She raised the boy in the ghetto, single parent mom. Boy got put out at 14 years old. Them hood rat babies. Most women. Who are not hood rats, their children ain't getting put out at 14 years old. They're not ending out.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, streamers are fake and somewhat corny. Them boys be putting on a fake smile to get ready for a long day of cliff farming. And if you watch me, you probably watching this joint like I just lost my banana eating mine, because after all, I'm a streamer. I might be a hypocrite, but that don't mean I'm wrong. I'm just self-aware. My first point gotta be their lack of social skills. 80% of creators low-key got no real-world experience. Blowing up at a young age does that to someone. Like Ronaldo, for example. He was playing around with a man he didn't know like that and got his shield knocked off with it.
Damn, actually.
Anybody with a little decency knows not to fuck with people you don't know. And this nigga SQC try to go out his way to defend this.
Dude, that's not right there. There's a big no-no around hats. You don't yoink somebody's hat. That's definitely too much. Like, that's fucking insane. Especially at his size. Bro, you can literally give somebody a concussion doing that shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nigga said he could have gotten a concussion from this. Man, I'd give your ass a concussion. You be blowing me when you speak. You sound like you in permanent 2x speed. And there's been also an influx of streamers going out to troll people.
You gotta believe.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another reaction on this channel. Now, in today's video, sit back.
What's on the back? Look at the tell me what's on the back.
It's washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. Let me work this TWI, okay?
The department's chief pulled aside the sergeant in charge of the traffic stop due to an issue with a peeled-off jacket imprint. However, as the sergeant complied and resumed his DUI...
And it's inspired by them. I can't hear the new guys, and tell me if I'm wrong later, but okay. All right. A couple real quick stories. Very unfortunate. Blueface was actually sentenced in his case to 4 years in prison. Okay. Essentially, he had a probation violation and another violation, and essentially he was sitting in jail. People thought he was going to be released on his California probation violation, where the judge was probably going to just sentence him to the time served since his probation got revoked, and he was sitting in jail for the time. But apparently, that was just not the case. His father delivered us the very, sad news after he went to the hearing, and this is what his father had to say. Give me a second. Scroll. This is before the hearing that you'll see after.
Morning, y'all. Top of the AM. Headed out to my son's sentencing hearing today. I'm hoping and praying that the judge gives him, or shows him some mercy and some leniency and free him today. I need y'all to pray out for me. Help me pray for Blueface and let him out today. Free Blueface. Let the famous Crip free. You alright?
God.
Let me tell the results. I'm glad that. I gave him 4 years. Good morning, y'all. Top of the A.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to sound like it sucks, and I'm not saying this because I don't like Blueface. I think we pretty much kind of was damn near reconciling, Wack's a mutual of ours. But I'm going to be honest with you, this 4 years may have saved his life. I'm going to be very honest with you. Blueface was going down a very arrogant, I could do anything, let's pull up and fight, let's get violent, there's no repercussions limit. We have to remember, got a slap on the wrist for shooting somebody in the hand. And I do believe that when you start to think you're the biggest and baddest, you end up in a coffin. And I believe that this is an opportunity for him to humble himself. He's not going to do 4 years. He's going to probably do like a year or two. Apparently, according to Wack, and Wack did speak on this, he believes that, he's only going to do a couple of months.
All right,
this.
What's up, Wack 100?
What's up with it?
All right, so we just left out of court. The judge decided to violate Blueface's probation and said people are saying he's going to have to do the full 4 years in prison. Can you break it down to us?
He got 4 years, 400-something days off. Come down to 3 years. He go to the state, he do the third time. He be home in 9-10 months.
All right, thank you so much, Wack.
Let's go.
Okay, so apparently maybe 9-10 months. Let's assume that he's out until next June or next even August. I think we should understand that, as entertaining as he and Krishan was, it was a very toxic thing where they were essentially just doing a bunch of crimes and people were being entertained by. His feud with Soulja Boy, yes, he's the only person who checked successfully Soulja Boy. But let's be very clear. Remember when Big Soulja was going on his tirade? He ended up doing some time in jail. Again,
very stand-up guy.
Even partake in any activities with me.
What that mean? As long as he can watch, or what does that mean?
And then I'm matching his standards. Like, my man takes care of everything, my bills, the kids, everything that if I call him right now, I need anything, he's going to send it to me.
Okay.
So when it comes to me dealing with another man, yeah, we have open relationships, so he can deal with whoever he wants to deal with. So we have.
Is he bisexual or he's straight?
No, he's not bisexual. Baby, I like a real man. Okay. All right, I'm a real man. I'm not dealing with anyone.
Well,
He's not a real man if he's letting you get fucked.
man that does like
You saying you like a
This
real
niggas
man.
out here, they
I would
got
say that
multiple
a real
women and
man
still don't let their
allow
bitch fuck
his
another nigga.
woman, not even allow, wouldn't get into a serious relationship with the
Fuck
woman
outta
that
here.
is open on her end and other men are smashing her.
Yeah. I'm not smashing no one else. As soon, like, when I got with him, for 3 years, I've only been with him.
But you've been with other girls?
Other girls. I've had a girlfriend, 2 girlfriends. And he's known about, he has known about it. They know about him.
I would say the same. Though. So my answer would be the same. I mean, a real man wouldn't allow his girl. He wouldn't take a girl serious that a girl wants to have other girlfriends or guy friends.
Nope.
So
that girl's gonna be for the streets. A real man.
Why does that make him fake? Because he's open to allow me to explore my sexuality instead of keeping me boxed and closed in. He's open. I'm open to bringing someone into the relationship. So if he's like, listen,
or you're not his main
bitch, then I want you to be happy, and I'm gonna be happy. I've always been attracted to women first. Yeah. You know, since
during your relationship with this man, you never had sex with another guy?
No.
Cap.
Oh.
Cap.
Yeah.
Absolute cap. Cappity cap.
Capital cap.
No way.
You never had a desire?
No.
Yeah, you probably said the guy was maybe attractive. You're like,
Listen, at my day and age, I'm 36. Like, I'm soon to be 40. Like, that's how I look at it. When you round it up to the nearest 10, baby, I'm damn near 40. You feel me?
Fair enough.
And it's like, it's not enough out there for me. Like, I'm good where I'm at with him. You understand? So when it comes to females, that's just something that, it's just like, not to say it like that, but it's like a hobby to me. Like, I love females. Like, I love to have a friendship with them. I love to go on trips. We can do hair, we can do nails together, things of that nature. And if things get a little sticky, icky, like, it gets a little sticky, icky, but I don't indulge where I keep him completely, like, cut off. So it's like, he still gets the affection, the love, everything that he needs from me. You understand? So he never lacks when it comes to me.
Oh, you think he doesn't? I can assure you.
And if he ever felt like he did lack, baby,
I can assure you he does.
Baby, we could bring another girl. We could bring another baby in here. Like, we can do this. You understand? Like, I'm the type of person that we can have this conversation where if you want to bring another female in this, it's going to be like a reality show. We're going to go through the casting.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you, Nate.
We want to say
what makes him less of a man?
What makes him less of a man? Because he chooses how he decides to live his life. You have your opinion on what you feel like.
No, I'm just saying
a man is.
No, I'm saying this, right?
Because I want to read it.
I'm saying this.
I love to read.
A real man. That woman wouldn't even have eyes for another woman or a man, because she would see him as everything. So I'm telling you that he's really not that real man.
That's fantasy, baby.
That's not no fantasy.
We live in a reality. 2024. We're not living in the 1900s.
I mean, you're not capable of love, then.
Like, we in 2024, baby.
And that's the exact problem.
Oh, mama, that's on you. That's a you problem.
That is the literal reason why the world has gone to SHIT. Okay? Because y'all women keep having everybody in this in the new day and age is talking about, yeah, man, we in 2024, we don't need to act like that no more. It was a reason why there was so much less problems back in the 90s or whatever 90s.
Bullshit, people always gotta say we.
But man,
I feel like he said it because, you know, you guys, men, all of you guys, you have a lot of ego. So, yeah, if I bring up the topic and it's like, all right, I'll let you do whatever you want to do. So, like, if I ever decided to be with another man.
That's the opposite of ego.
No, that's his ego. Go do what you want to go do. Because when I go do it, he might turn around and say, you know what?
Yeah, that's the opposite
I'm done with you.
Even though he gave me that pass.
Okay, let me explain to you. Got it, let me explain
to you. Gonna say, you not talking to nobody or you not even talking to me?
Let me explain to you how it's the opposite of ego.
So overstand for me. Go ahead.
Cool. You just said that, well, it's his ego. He can do whatever he wants on his end. So it's like, well, I have an ego. Yeah, go ahead, girl, do whatever you want. That's not ego. he's not secure in his position in a relationship to set boundaries and say, hey, I don't want you talking to other women and other men. So therefore, he is insecure, and it is an ego. He lacks ego. He lacks confidence. You know what a true narcissist is? Yes. A narcissist is someone that acts like they accomplished goals, but they really didn't accomplish anything. Yeah. Their confidence is fake. It isn't pure. So when a man truly accomplished things and his confidence is pure, he got options because other chicks want him. Other chicks see him, and kind of he got this aura that just comes off of him. And guess what he has? He has the ability to be intolerant of females' inadequacies. So he's not going to tolerate certain things from women. You know why? Because he understands his value. I'm telling her that
and the same with a woman. She ain't gonna tolerate a nigga saying you can fuck any bitch and me. A real bitch gonna look at you like, nigga, ugh.
As a female that he doesn't understand. Okay, let's go back to the narcissist, right? Because a narcissist falls under an umbrella, right? You have many traits of a narcissist, right? How you're saying right now can be very narcissistic to a lot of people because there are people who are mentally abused. There are people who are mentally, physically abused, emotionally abused. So abuse comes in different forms, just like a narcissist comes in different forms. So you can't sit here and say because a man wants you to stay to him and only him while he's out doing him. A lot of y'all men don't stay. A lot of y'all are not faithful. Y'all play that monogamous shit. Yeah, so when we talk about a man in a man's position, we gotta talk about a faithful man, a man that's standing on 10 toes.
That's what we fucking talking about.
A man that's gonna sit there and hold down his female no matter what.
No matter the other girl covering her face.
If you go broke, you're never gonna change on her. You understand what I'm saying?
She moving the goalposts now.
My dad is hold on. I'm talking. Remember, we had them rules in the beginning, right? My dad is a real man, and he lives by that haram that you speak of. You understand? Muslim since the day I was born. My middle name is Saouda. Black is beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's what I stand for. Black is beautiful, baby. You understand? So when you speak of a real man, you're speaking of my father. That's a real man.
So why don't you date a
man
like
why you don't emulate your father? Why you don't respect your father and live like what nigga was doing? It's not that many.
Father is a real man.
Yes, character, right?
Yeah, but you just admitted. Time out.
A man doesn't because what you convert and who you claim to be makes you a real man. A real man is what you stand by and what you live by every single day. My father is a man that wakes up and he's peaceful. He prays for me.
God damn, bro. God damn, she just won't shut up.
That's guilt, bro. Whenever people start doing that, they know they're wrong and they feeling emotional.
I know that whoever she dating don't got no respect for himself either, just like Cooley said, because no real man is going to actually want to deal with that. I'm sitting there trying to get a point across to you, and you just still running your goddamn flapper, ain't you? Shut up. Damn. Argumentative, combative. Okay, let me get a damn point across. And first of all, baby, this ain't even your podcast. This ain't even your domain. You were invited here. Okay, you are a guest. All right. Now, well, that doesn't mean that you don't have the right to speak. But if the co-host, this is a discussion, baby. Okay, you don't just get to run your mouth talking for 100% of the time. All right. Because you know what I'm saying. He's not even listening to you anyways. All right. And I know why he's not listening to you. Because one, it's like talking to a wall. Two, a woman could never tell a man how to be a man. You have no idea what you even want to eat for lunch. So how can you tell me how it is, how to be a man? And you keep talking about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, man, cheat, this. Okay, well clearly, you know, if you're getting cheated on constantly, that means that your taste in men and your choices as men are very poor. Okay. Extremely poor. All right, you're 36. You've been cheated on a lot. You've been traumatized a lot by your past men due to your poor choices. Okay, so how are you going to tell a man, okay, how to be a man when you don't even know what a real man is? Can't even pick the right man, but you trying to tell me how to be a man? Come on, man.
He sends me good energy.
I got a name.
That's
I got
a man.
A name. Calm down.
Not a man that's gonna sit here and tell a female you can't have a male friend.
I got you, man. I got you. Let's bring it back. One mic at a time. And also,
you sitting here telling a woman.
When you speaking and not cut you off, I'm the host. You gotta stop talking. We're not gonna go on these long rants.
I'm not gonna stop talking because you the host. Because when you speak, I give you
time out. If you're not gonna
respect,
it's very simple, Nay. If you're not going to,
so we gonna sit here, we gonna debate what they think.
Fair enough. That's what you think. These are the rules of the podcast, and all the girls heard.
So only the host could speak when everyone else is talking.
You still speaking over me.
Okay, I'm just asking.
When I'm speaking,
clarification.
And you going on these long rants, I already understand.
Cause you gonna cut me off when you don't like me.
Oh my God, bro! Shut up! Damn.
Man.
Oh my God, bro.
Mental
He
illness.
just told you to get a point across. And you just agree, okay, my bad with the whoop, and you keep talking. Shut up.
Because now she's got beef with him for calling out her lifestyle, bro.
Oh my God. Any man who is dealing with that thing is out of his mind. Out of his goddamn mind. Okay? Lord have mercy. Oh my God, bro.
Look at why I'm speaking.
I am.
Got it. Slow it down.
Right.
So, when I'm speaking, stop speaking.
All right,
if you continue,
that
isn't how it goes.
That's how it goes on my boat.
Okay.
When I signed up to come here, and I signed up for me to be on this video, that's what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to be disrespected. And that's why you don't like men on your podcast. Let's talk about it.
No, I explained that in the beginning.
No, because you want to disrespect women.
Who did I disrespect today?
Let's talk about it.
That's why the world will never get better.
No, I'm just saying. I watch a lot of your podcasts. I'm just saying. I'm not very emotional at all. You don't see any tears.
I mean, well, see.
Clearly fired up right now because you won't shut up. You're triggered, all right? You're not even listening to what he's saying. And when you're in that weird-ass emotional state that comes from the amygdala, everything is going, nothing is registering, nothing is sticking. So you are 100% emotional, 1,000%. Because you cannot control your emotions to where you shut up and listen to somebody else for a second. You can't even do that for a goddamn second. So you are 100% emotional, okay? What are you talking about? Just because there's no tears coming from your face, that just means you're not emotional? You realize that there's more than one emotion. There's more than one emotion, right? There's a multitude of emotions. So just because you're not crying and you're not sad, or you're not at a you know what I'm saying, a point of such happiness where you're crying, tears of joy, there's plenty of other emotions. 36 and you don't know that already? Like, this is just retarded, man.
I'm actually just feeling attacked. Make you feel good, baby. And I'm mad.
I got you. So,
y'all got my veneer?
Nay, here's how it's gonna go. I got you. Here's how it's gonna go, right? When I'm speaking, now this is gonna be a little bit disrespectful because you've been disrespectful. When I'm speaking, shut up. That's totally fine.
All right, when I'm speaking the same shit, shut up.
Got it. You just admitted that.
Don't invite nobody on your podcast.
You just admitted that your man is
Man,
that
kick
man.
her
That
the
your
fuck
father
out.
is that man.
No, he is that man.
No, your man isn't that man. You just admitted that.
I don't have to cheat with him to go with
Totally
another
fine.
man. A female is different. He don't got a vagina. I like pussy.
Other human beings explore your sexuality.
If you can't handle
and it's
that,
not only for your man.
That's on you. You can't handle
you
that
sound
with your
crazy
female.
right now. No, not at all.
I feel sorry
but
for whoever
listen,
you date because, baby, I could never be trapped in the box.
We actually going to end this. You about here. It's time for you to go. Not paying to the rules.
You ain't going nowhere. Yes, you is.
Yo, you getting the fuck out.
I ain't going nowhere is crazy. I ain't going nowhere is absolutely just insane. If someone tells you to get about your house, you ain't got no choice, baby. You don't got no say in this. Get your ass out the house. Or else I will remove you from the house. Take your pick. I ain't going nowhere. Believe me, one way or another, your ass is getting the fuck about this crib. Who even has the audacity to even say that? You're in his territory, his property. You're in his space.
I'm wide open.
Okay? This could go either. We can do this the easy way or the hard way, baby. Okay? Whether it's me removing your stupid ass, or me calling the cops and getting your dumb ass up out of here, or you can just leave pleasantly. Okay? How do you not know this as a grown-ass woman, bro? This is crazy.
Steve, you can go ahead and do what you do best.
Do what you do best. I call the people.
Yes. Call the boys. Yeah, call the boys. You don't want to leave.
Hold on.
It's time for you to go.
Whatever clips you want.
I mean, we live.
Why y'all not guarding y'all people?
I don't care. And we gonna walk out of here the same way.
We've had this before. We've had a couple times before.
Yeah, and they're right up the street. Yeah, they come very fast.
Oh my God! Come on, y'all. Pay taxes in PA, so you can call the cops if you want to pay taxes. You want to be disrespectful because I have an opinion that doesn't align with his.
Steve, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
No, come on. No.
Nah, get out. The fuck? Alright, get your ass the fuck out.
Am I being disrespectful?
Steve.
No, I spoke what I spoke.
I understand that, but come on.
That is what I spoke. We don't gotta do that. Like, come on.
Yes, we do. Get the fuck out.
Cancel the whole podcast because we both out. Respectfully. Because if you don't want to hear what I gotta say, then I can leave.
He got female security guards. That's hilarious. Oh shit, man.
Oh, that's why you butthurt? You just
I'm not butthurt because of that. I'm butthurt.
Now she really mad because there's women kicking her out. It's not even a dude.
It's from you.
Many girls don't do that.
She's real mad now. Damn, that's embarrassing.
Go ahead, we'll talk. So let you talk with him. And I let him talk.
Now you apologizing?
No, you did not. Do you even hear yourself? No, you did not. You won't shut up.
The whole time he spoke, and if y'all want to think about him because y'all his people, I'm not moving.
Chat, we live. We do it live.
Y'all his people. Bitch, get out.
No, it's not.
I didn't offend nobody. I didn't
Oh, my
hurt
bad.
nobody. I didn't hurt nobody.
Steve, no. You go do what you do. Yeah.
I don't care. He tripping. But we know what it's like.
Nah, I'm good.
She's trying to give him that, bitch.
Mama, Mama, don't touch me.
Get your ass out.
Step out. Step out.
Mm.
Step out, Ed. Y'all seen that, right? You poured the drink. It's all good.
Fault.
We do it live, chat.
In his property, and he got electronics right there.
But you're not
Court.
Now you just committed assault.
Yeah.
Cops is on their way. It is literally on live. This is live, and on top of it, even if it wasn't live, it's recorded. It's now on the internet forever. They know exactly what you look like. They know your age. They know where the fuck the podcast was filmed.
Stupid.
You are done. Now you're really gonna be put in a box. Okay? Stupid ass B.I., man. Stupid. Just stupid as hell. But you know what the most admirable part about this is? He just got a drink thrown in his face, and he was completely unfazed.
No.
Still smiling, still posted up, didn't immediately get up and try and knock her ass out, didn't immediately didn't change his attitude, didn't turn into an angry form of himself, okay? He was completely calm, collected, and let her do what she wanted. As long as she gets her dumb ass out. A lot of men cannot do that. A lot of men cannot do that. Me and who I am nowadays too,
Yeah,
I would
plenty of niggas who would have choked her.
100% react the same way he just reacted. Just gotta laugh it off, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna knock her ass out? Okay? You're gonna let her put you in such an emotional state to where you do something that you instantly regret, and in the court of law, your ass is going to jail behind bars. Okay? Now your whole career's down the drain because you couldn't control your emotions as a man. Or you can just laugh it off because of the fact that no matter what, your opinion is or, how much it opposed the other person, it doesn't matter. It never escalated to violence for you. So, in the grand scheme of things, you can only respect a person like that, okay? You can respect a person and have opposing views, okay? It all comes down to whether or not you get disrespectful because of your said opinion, okay? Good on him, man. All right.
Broke.
We do it live. Both of y'all. It's all. No, I'm fine. Listen. You're not a real one. Listen. You're trash. That's what it is. You're trash. Throw on camera one. Hey, chat. We do it live. She threw a drink on the homie. It is what it is. All good. I got another. We do it live, chat. Yo, she was mad.
I felt like everything
She was mad that she had a weak dude, and her dude doesn't understand his value, and her dude allows her to get roused by other men.
Women.
No,
Yeah,
she gets
right.
railed by the dudes.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
right. That's exactly. Cooley was actually trying to keep it calm, okay? Because we all know if you sitting there dating this man for 3 or 4 years, whatever, okay, and he paying all the bills, you acting like that, your attitude is like that, your worldview is like that, and you're saying that
That
you
nigga's
don't want to be put in a
scum.
box. That box is definitely consisting of other dudes,
Talking
okay?
about he a real nigga. That nigga
You
ain't
were
shit. That
indirectly
nigga's
showing
a
that you were the
bitch.
type
She
of
ain't
woman who
even
was
allowed in the circle.
100% getting bust down by a bunch of other dudes.
I roast
Okay?
that nigga
And you like to
every fucking
disguise it
day.
and mask it as you're just only staying in the realm of women because you like women first.
That
It doesn't
nigga
matter who you
fucking
like
block
first,
me.
baby. You out there getting knocked. Okay? You weren't born yesterday, baby. Come on, man. Come on, man. You just didn't want to say that it's also men that is busting you down because you knew it was a bad look. That's, of course, you know what I'm saying, the same old story with women. Avoiding accountability at all costs. Okay? Y'all will backflip off of a cliff before you guys take accountability. Well, y'all let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, man. If a girl threw a drink in your face, okay, how would you handle it? Let me know. Would you get up and sock her ass out? Would you react how Cooley did? Okay? There's a reason they call him Cooley, because he was cool, calm, and collected. All right? Let me know which side would you take. All right? Would you call the po-po?
Niggas not even my guards is trying to guard me.
Let me know.
No, I'm not.
Man. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see you guys next video.
Embarrassing.
I've become addicted to the wacky stories Inside Edition covers, and I've got a spicy one for you that's fresh off the press. This bun is straight from the oven. It is brand spanking new. It's about a Secret Service agent who allegedly breaks into a hair salon to use the bathroom and then leaves everything unlocked with an alarm blaring, which summons 2 more authorities to go in there and just kind of hang out and take some mints before leaving. It is a baffling story, and I use the word allegedly here, even though there's security camera footage that show her going up to the door, putting tape over the camera, and then going into the facility.
Switching guards.
The only thing that's alleged at this point is whether or not she left the floater or just took a pee.
And controversy over what happened at a hair salon near a Kamala Harris event in Massachusetts. A Secret Service agent can be seen on surveillance video covering up the camera. Then EMS workers were spotted inside eating mints from the salon and reportedly using the bathroom. But the question is, did someone break in?
If you ask a tiny brain homunculus, the answer is a resounding yes. I feel like there's no other explanation here because she is on camera grabbing a chair in order to boost herself up so she can tape over the security camera. Who does that if they have permission to use the facility to take a shit? That doesn't make any sense. And I couldn't help but giggle very hard when the other authorities show up and just start taking mints with the alarms blaring after the Secret Service agent busts in here. What else could possibly be the explanation for climbing up and covering the camera if she had permission? Oh, well, actually, she's a very shy pooper, and the frequency of the cameras interrupt her circadian rhythm, and it makes it hard for her to shit in public, so she did this in order to block all the infrared 5G so she could, you know, take a dump in peace. Like, there's just nothing that makes sense. There's no explanation for why the Secret Service agent would climb and cover the camera if this was all by the book. Just a standard handshake agreement that you can go piss and shit in my toilet.
That's a Secret Service agent on the porch of a beauty salon. The agent was part of a detail assigned to protect Kamala Harris when she appeared at a fundraising event in Pittsfield, Massachusetts 2 weeks ago. The salon was closed for the day. Now look, 2 minutes later, the agent returns and pulls a chair over. Then she climbs on top, tears off some tape.
Nah, they was trying to kill Kamala or something, nigga. What the fuck?
Covers the lens.
The Secret Service as a whole has been in some boiling hot water recently. Their reputation is worse than chickenpox right now for obvious reasons, like the Trump assassination attempt. Then we had the former Secret Service director make an absolute fool of herself at the hearing, and complete embarrassment, which then led to her stepping down from her position because she overdosed on cringe. And now this. The hits just keep coming. Now that's what I call music volume 55. This shit is crazy. And I'm not even talking about what came out of her ass. So, So the Secret Service is trying to make the claim that they had permission to be there, or at least they were under the impression that they had permission to be there, which I'm just going to say is a bunch of barnacles. That's some fucking horseradish right there. Nobody would cover the camera if they weren't doing anything wrong. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
The beauty salon owner says when she opened her shop later that day, the lock on the door appeared to have been picked. And when she checked her interior surveillance camera, she found this shocking scene. The alarm going off and two uniformed women, one of them grabbing mints off the counter. A source tells Inside Edition that the women were not Secret Service, but apparently were among local first responders working with the Secret Service team.
I love how the alarm is just blaring this entire time, and these two authorities show up, and you expect they'd be like trying to figure out what's going on, like, who's the burglar? Where are they at? You know, the Hamburglar just came in here and caused mayhem and left a whole number 2 in the toilet. We gotta find the culprit. But instead, what they're doing is just taking some mints. I guess they were under the impression that the alarm was the mint alarm that was welcoming them in to just grab some mints.
So, why did they enter the beauty shop? According to reports, to use the bathroom. But even if they're not Secret Service agents, some are still blaming the embattled agency.
Secret Service agents broke in to that salon owner's place.
A Secret Service spokesman tells Inside Edition the agency has reached out to the beauty salon owner. Our personnel would not enter or instruct our partners to enter a business without the owner's permission.
Yes, of course. When I get permission to do something, I usually like to do it in the most suspicious fashion possible. So if I was invited to grab a necklace from a jewelry store in the display case, I would probably do that while wearing a ski mask and breaking the glass open with a big sledgehammer. What kind of fucking putrid drivel is coming out of their mouth with this? What do you mean? The lock was picked. She covered the camera. The alarm is blaring. How was there any semblance of an understanding that this was a completely normal interaction where they had permission to be there? That doesn't make sense. It's just a violation of this business owner's constitutional rights. This Secret Service agent didn't even need toilet paper in the bathroom because she was busy wiping her ass with the Constitution. This shit is so foul.
The president of the county ambulance service says the paramedics inside were using a bathroom they were told they could use by people in supposed authority.
How? The alarm is blaring. What did they think was going on there? A shardy party or something where everyone was just welcome to use the bathroom and the alarm was just to, get everyone's attention that, hey, this bathroom is available to just wreak havoc on? How could anyone get the impression that this bathroom is totally open while the alarm is blaring the entire time and the business owner and nobody is even there to be seen? How do you get that impression?
We spoke to former Secret Service agent Jim Rathman.
Entering, using the bathroom, eating the candy, that part is not something that is normal and should not have happened.
Obviously, it shouldn't have happened. I can't imagine it's standard protocol here. No one's expecting the Secret Service agents to be wearing a diaper that they'll soil themselves in where they don't get bathroom breaks or something and they just have to hold it forever. But they're expecting some level of decorum where they can feel safe knowing that the Secret Service isn't just going to pick their locks to use their toilet. You know what I mean? A spokesperson reiterated that the personnel wouldn't enter or instruct partners to enter without owner's permission. They believed they had it here. They then offered to pay for damages, cleaning, or the business's private alarm bill. The owner said they were happy with the apology and it brought a level of accountability. However, they said, when they cleaned up, they left the tape on my camera and they left my back door completely unlocked. What could have happened in that hour and a half or 2 hours that you guys left the building unlocked? Which is a really good point. Yeah, thanks for doing the bare minimum of taking some level of accountability, even though you're trying to weasel your way out of just admitting that a Secret Service agent had the grumbly tummy and needed to use a bathroom immediately, so they picked a lock and broke in. That, to me, seems like the most likely explanation for all this, but I'm no crack shot detective or anything. But even with you offering to pay for any damages that might have been incurred by the business, it still fails to account for how much worse this could have been. Since the lock was allegedly picked, and since there's still camera or tape on the camera, the salon was left without any defenses. Its force field was shut down from the inside here. It was just left completely open and accessible to anyone, as illustrated by 2 other authorities coming in and taking some mints. This could have been significantly worse for the salon here. It's just lucky no one decided to act while the camera was disabled and everything was unlocked. So yeah, just another Secret Service L here. That's really about it. So yeah.
Happy kids are successful kids. When you choose a tuition-free K-12 powered online school, you join more than 2 million happy.
Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, and this video we're breaking down Alien Resurrection. Released in 1997, this sees the final appearance of Ellen Ripley. Well,
hater.
as I'm sure you know, she died at the end of Alien 3, with this version being a clone. Coming just 5 years after that movie, I remember as a kid it feeling like it had a massive delay to it. Alien 3 had been a nightmare to get off the ground, and there were countless drafts and directions they wanted to go. If you've checked out our breakdown on that, then you know the full story, and it's linked on the channel now. If you don't know, it was basically going to center around Hicks, with Ripley appearing in a cameo role. Things were obviously changed, but her death in part 3 meant they had to go in a new direction for a sequel. Or so they thought. Hiring Joss Whedon to write the film's script, they'd initially been impressed with his work on Buffy, that had a young, strong female character, which is the direction they wanted to go for the series. Initially, they wanted to clone Newt and have her be the film's protagonist. Alien 3 released just before Jurassic Park, and you can really see how that movie changed the industry. Genetics, cloning, CGI, they'd all been things that were massive talking points of that film. Just in the same way dinosaurs chased people around the park, Fox wanted aliens to chase people around the ship. This was a big thing at the time, with Deep Blue Sea doing something similar just 2 years later. And Newt was originally in the Ripley role, and they were going to have the climax on Earth. This final battle would see the station reaching the planet and the xenomorphs finally arriving. However, after writing a 30-page treatment, the studio had a change of heart. Instead of Newt, they now wanted Ripley, with Weaver initially being hesitant. Weaver had gone back and forth with the franchise, and every film had been difficult to get her to sign on to. Around this time, Fox had been also floating around the idea of Aliens vs. Predator. The Dark Horse comic released in 1989, with the SNES game coming out in 1993. The script for that was also in the works, but Sigourney Weaver thought it was absolutely terrible. She'd actually really pressed for Ripley to die in Alien 3, and this was so she wouldn't somehow get pulled into doing it. Now, having to integrate her was apparently a nightmare for Whedon, who had no idea how he was going to bring her back. Ripley was completely wiped out in part 3, with her diving into a giant vat of molten lead. No way are you getting her or the Queen out of that, which Whedon apparently butted heads with the studio over. In the end, they said, look, there was a doctor who took blood samples, and they just kind of brushed over exactly what happened. Whedon then worked through 5 drafts, with them all ending against a battle with the newborn. According to IMDb trivia, the first draft ended in a snow forest, with the second in a futuristic junkyard. The third was in the hospital, and the fourth in the desert, but Fox just keep telling him the movie would be too expensive. This is because Earth would have 2/3 of it covered in a giant orbiting shell made of metal that Cole would have to steer the ship around. This would then crash land on the planet, which would lead to a ton of VFX work. Ripley would then lead the newborn away, and she'd fight it at one of the locations. Cole would then arrive in a gigantic harvester, with the newborn being torn up in its grinders. At the junkyard, they also had a version where the creature bit into Cole and sucked her metallic blood into its stomach. Using a magnetic crane, they managed to attach to the creature due to the metal now laced throughout its body. It would then be dropped into a trash compactor before escaping all mangled, leading to Ripley stabbing it through the head with a spear. The budget just got way too big though, and thus they had to keep scaling down the ending. Even with these issues though, Weaver apparently loved Whedon's script and thought it painted out Ripley in a much deeper light. She loved how she had ambiguous loyalties and didn't quite know what side she was on. Getting paid $11 million, that didn't hurt either, and in comparison, that's actually the full cost of the very first Alien movie. So yeah, Weaver said they drove a dump truck of money up to her house, and the movie went into production. Now, in case you don't know, there's actually 2 versions of the film. Yay! Not only did I just have to watch 3 versions of Godfather 3, but I also needed to watch 2 versions of Alien Resurrection. Kill me! Kill me! As to be said though, that director Jean-Pierre Jeunet has said the theatrical cut's his version. He sees the special edition more like an extended cut, even though Fox constantly say it's a director's one. It's the same thing that happened with basically all these movies on the anthology. Ridley Scott said the theatrical cut was his, Cameron said he liked the extended one, but he's also said he's fine with what he put out originally. Fincher wasn't even involved in the director's cut, and yeah, when it comes to the box set, it is more of a marketing gimmick. I find these director's cuts always have more to unpack though, and this extended one brings a different opening and ending. It contains an extra 7 minutes of footage, though most of the movie is still exactly the same. However, the theatrical cut begins with a slow montage of close-ups of Ripley's clones. This is supposed to be a younger version of her, with Weaver giving the team photos of herself as a child to work with. Studying the growth of caterpillars into butterflies, they wanted the pods throughout the film to feel like they were cocoons. They also looked at the cryopods throughout the franchise and wanted to keep things in line with what had come before. Now the longer cut begins with a mouth that's clearly meant to resemble the xenomorphs. We then pull out to see that it's a bug, which is then squashed by a worker at the station. The CGI looks absolutely terrible, and my guess is that they cut it down to how bad it looked. Like, even in 1997, mate, Lara Croft's triangle tits were embarrassed by this. Gene decided to scrap it just 3 days before the film was finalized, and in the end they didn't touch it up for this release. He said he hates that this has seen the light of day and that it was never intended to be in the film. Originally, the ship had a different design as well, with its verticality not fitting the frame. This was supposed to resemble a medical scalpel, but they changed it to be more horizontal for the extended cut. Now, this bug crushing shows the power dynamic that's split for the film. Early on, it's the humans in control, and we're the ones who are running the show. This is exemplified in Brad Dourif sticking out his jaw and taunting one of the creatures through the glass. He's obsessed with their mouth, and Dourif perfectly manages to act out the grotesque thing that xenomorphs are known for. According to the Now Playing podcast, the guy in the suit during the scene was actually more scared of him. This was also shot to be a flip on the iconic moment from Alien 3. That's probably one of the most famous moments in that movie. There it was the xenomorph that was the predator, with humanity being afraid. Here it's the humans who are the threats, with the xenomorphs feeling fear. The extended cut also has deeper ties to the franchise, with Dr. Getterman asking Ripley about Fury 161. This was the planet from Alien 3, with it showing Ripley retained some of her memories. It's also revealed that this is where they got the blood samples from, with it being suspected Clemens got these when carrying out his tests. Further cemented in a nod to Newt, she gets shown a girl with blonde hair. Ripley smiles and then starts getting torn up, with her likely remembering her fate. It's possible that this is also a nod to her daughter Amanda, who was a lot of the driving force for how Ripley was with Newt. Amanda had brown hair and was explored in Alien Isolation, but yeah, these character details help to flesh her out. We also discovered that Weyland-Yutani was eventually bought out by Walmart.
Bought out by Walmart.
That's that classic Joss Whedon humor. Ripley's tell the company has changed, but she says it won't make a difference. This echoes Newt's sentiments in Aliens when Ripley says the Marines will protect her.
Well, it won't make any difference. You're still gonna die.
It won't make any difference.
On top of that, we also get that alternate ending. The original has the crew arriving in Earth's atmosphere and looking down at the land. Cole asks Ripley what she wants to do, and she says she doesn't know as she's a stranger there herself. The alternate cut has them making it to the planet where we see the world's in ruins. This included a shot of the Eiffel Tower, which is now toppled over. The director is of course French, so we had this as a little nod to his home country. We then get that line about being a stranger, but also have a bit more of a tease about Ripley's fate. Cole says the army will be there soon, and they'll likely have questions. However, she suggests that someone could get lost there, and that they have a chance to fade into the landscape. So that's kind of all the changes, and after our opening shot, we pull out to see the Auriga, named after the constant...
AARP is here to help. Going out, save with discounts at restaurants and hotels. Staying in, check out AARP Movies for Grown-Ups. And take advantage of AARP's financial and job resources. Information on fraud
prevention. This has roots in mythology. There, Auriga is said to show what happened to the son of Helios. Named Pathon, according to the legends, he tricked his dad into letting him ride his chariot. He then crashed, which burned and scorched the earth. This, of course, foreshadows the fate of the vessel as it goes to return home. In the end, it burns through the atmosphere and explodes on the planet, which kind of highlights how it ties in with the myth. Either way, from here we cut to Ripley in her chamber, and here...
My mommy always said there were no monsters, no real ones. But there are.
Which is a direct callback to this line from Aliens.
There are no monsters, no real ones, but there are.
Now, immediately you'd think she's talking about the xenomorphs, but she's of course referring to the humans. I think throughout this we see she gains an understanding with them and somewhat has a bond. James Bond. Now, thematically, we have a lot of things going on. For Alien 3, we talked about all the Christ-like and religious imagery that they laced throughout the movie. Ripley went into the vat in a Christ-like pose, and now they have her being resurrected. On top of that, Now Playing also pointed out thematically that they've done things throughout the franchise to show the similarities between her and the Xenomorphs. In the first film, both were survivors. The second one had Ripley discovering a mother much in the same way she was. The third, she ended up becoming a mother, and she's now a genetic mix between the two. They said the franchise has always been based around parasites and the fear of something growing inside you. This movie takes things to that next step and now says that you're a mix of that thing. Being operated on, they managed to remove the alien queen, which is when Ripley wakes up. This scene was added for the extended cut, and it shows how dangerous she is. We then get a scene of her waking in a sack, with awakenings and birth being laced throughout the franchise. The pods in the first film are almost egg-like themselves, with this being the womb in their ship overseen by Mother. Here though, the sack is more web-like, indicating that Ripley's something else. The alien queen especially had a spider-like design, with this being brought across here. In the script, the newborn was also initially envisioned as being like a spider. There it's described as an eyeless creature with 6 legs at the back and 2 arms at the front. It was also going to possess mandibles and immobilize its prey similar to a spider. The mandibles would wrap around someone's head, and the inner mouth would come out and then drain its victims. In the book, Jonah has a phobia of spiders, and he's terrified of the Xenomorphs. This is why he ends up shooting that one later on when he climbs up the ladder, but it doesn't really make that much sense in the movie. Either way, she notices a tattoo that says A, revealing there were other clones. We will talk about this later on, but it foreshadows a big scene we get later on in the movie. From the off though, Ripley's violent and vicious, with her struggling to recapture her humanity. However, it does get a bit weird with her saying, "Fuck," instead of fork. It's a Joss Whedon writing. After getting a tour of the ship, we then see the Queen in most of her glory. Now I say that because Fox wisely destroyed most of the stuff from the Aliens movie, but they managed to find this alien queen in the scrap. So they reused that, and I have to say, as divisive as this movie is, the creature design's really solid. Not you, newborn. The Xenomorphs look great though, and it's a big step up from the puppets and stuff they had just 5 years earlier. The book and script also had additional lines that explain why the queen's reproductive cycle changed.
At first everything was normal. The queen laid her eggs, but then she started to change. She added a second cycle cell.
Now, originally, Dr. Wren tampered with her genetic code to stop her laying hundreds of eggs. The ship wouldn't have capacity for this, and it would make the situation infinitely more dangerous. They tried to change this, but the book says, "The beast doesn't trade." It then just added a different cycle that allowed it to create the newborn. It took the birthing cycles of a human from Ripley, much in the same way the Xenomorphs adapt certain traits of their hosts. So that explains it, and from here we cut to Ripley eating food and warning of the cycle that's about to begin. We get a wide shot and see televisions and lights built into the wall and hanging from the ceiling. Now, this entire set was created in a way so that the lights for the scenes were built into the environment. This is so they didn't have to have studio lights hanging down and can do wider shots to show off the location. It makes the ship feel more authentic and adds a layer to the realism. Now from here we cut to the Betty and get a shot from inside the cockpit. The way it approaches, I feel, is something they later referenced in the opening scene of Dead Space. Now the Betty was sort of designed with the same mind as being akin to the Millennium Falcon. Described as a kit bash, this would be like you took several modeling kits and then put them all together. According to IMDb trivia, the hull would be a Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II. This had then been modified with other chambers, and the cockpit then being altered. Overall, they wanted it to look like a jackhammer, which would play up its blue-collar nature. Overall, I feel like the paint job on it is also akin to the color of the facehuggers, which we can see in the models of the ship. Now Fox, they knew the alien movies had killed it abroad, and they went with a lot of European people for the cast and crew. June went with a lot of people he'd worked with before, including Dominique Pignon from the movie Delicatessen. Dominique Pignon, I should have said. June directed it along with longtime collaborator Mark Caro, who he'd worked with on several of the films. However, this project had them deciding not to work together, with Caro not really wanting to work in Hollywood. June saw it like directing a commercial, and he said he gave the studio the movie they wanted. Whedon has come out though and said they didn't do what he wanted, and there's lots of drama that we'll talk about later on. I think it's fine, mate, and honestly, I think there's a strong set of side characters. The Alien franchise has always had a good set of them though, with... Breaking
Breaking news! Every American social security number may have been hacked. The hacking group USDUD claims that they've leaked 2.7 billion personal information records, including social security numbers, full names, and home addresses from a company called NPD, which is a background check agency that holds sensitive data. Breaking news! Every American social security number may have been hacked. The hacking group USDUD claims that they've leaked 2.7 billion personal information records.
When you pray for rain, you gotta expect money too. But we never really are prepared for money. Like, if you really think about it, like, there's no purpose. So for me, sacrifice, I think, goes.
I just didn't quit. That's the only.
Fake tough. Oh, look. I ain't gotta fake. Just like you said that lame shit. Oh, you done like a photo. Clown. Hey, come on. The type of black.
Now spread the shit. Spread it open and flick the beat.
I've never trusted you wholly. Much though I wished to, willed myself to. But now I have seen that your heart belongs only to you.
Why do something good?
Hey, if you love somebody, show them you love them right now.
Yo.
What's going on?
Shit, man.
Am I watching your screen?
Oh, you just missed my W.
I came in here and it was third quarter. I was like, all right, let me go finish this shit up. I don't know how long ago that was, though. There we go.
Yeah, I played 2 games like that.
Hey, I'm trying to smoke, but no buts. I'm gonna smoke.
Man, my brother cutting off. I told that nigga to come hella long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Mother.
Where's the brother?
I didn't even know this show was still going.
Like never before. So the creator
Yoshihiro Togashi has said something recently that has fans very worried. Now, in case you haven't been following the legend, creator of Hunter x Hunter and the classic anime Yu Yu Hakusho, my personal favorite, his career has been notoriously met with several obstacles, several hiatuses, and overall a lot to digest, stemming all the way back to the 1990s, the 1900s. Yoshihiro Togashi has been on record for going through a lot of different trials and tribulations while trying to draw and write manga in Weekly Shonen Jump. It was in the 90s where his classic series Yu Yu Hakusho had multiple incidents where Yoshihiro Togashi was just too sick to continue on. At one given point, he was hospitalized while creating Yu Yu Hakusho. And if you go by Bakuman references, which was based loosely on a lot of the events of the lives of mangaka in Shonen Jump, then you would know that he was even in his hospital room still drawing Yu Yu Hakusho. So the man is a very complex person because while he will work himself to hospitalized, he will continue on even in the hospital. So it's not to say that he's lazy or a slouch or anything of that nature.
Swear, all these mangakas got the same life story.
Right? All you niggas get sick and make mangas. When niggas get sick, he'd be like, now's my chance.
He went okay with like maybe regular 1 or 2 breaks. As the serialization kept on going, the hiatuses got more extended. I mean, if you look at the hiatus,
Shit does not stick the same.
Right now, so that Hunter x Hunter probably has the record for the most.
Alright. L.A.B. Papa Bean. This nigga Lil Yachty is hilarious. Ha ha. Oh, don't touch my lighter.
Breaking news! Every American social security.
I just want to start this day off by saying I thank I just want to start this day off by saying I thank God. I know he's getting so much motherfucker. Look at Jesus.
It's not Jesus.
Shit went left.
Let me tell you something, youngster.